Eu desci vou até o chão, eu desci vou até o chão, eu desci vou até o chão, até o chão, até o chão, desci vou até o chão, desci vou até o chão, eu desci vou até o chão, até o chão, até o chão.
Peace, family QI Critical Thinking, right back in the building again. Also bringing some more news that we can use. Right now, I want to talk real quickly about 50 Cent and Taraji P. Henson. 50 Cent offers a non apology to Taraji P. Henson after his shady comments. 50 Cent has made a name for himself as a rapper, actor, executive producer, and entrepreneur. But these days, he's arguably the most for saying whatever he wants and giving unsolicited opinions on a number of subjects. Yes, we know that he recently went at Oprah saying that Oprah was against black men, but I don't see how that is when she gave all that money, those scholarships and stuff to young men at Morehouse College. But he was just controversially saying things, making derogatory statements about Oprah Winfrey, saying that she didn't like men and she's always going at men and that she should have went at Harvey Weinstein, which we all know that Oprah has a non-disclosure agreement with Harvey Weinstein, and therefore, like according to her contract, she can't. Okay. So while there are many people who have felt his wrath, one of the biggest targets is actress Taraji P. Henson. Over the years, 50 has reportedly called out and taken jabs at Henson and her hit Fox series Empire. Recently, Henson pushed back and called out the rapper over his nonstop criticism, but instead of backing down, he ramped up his attacks. And, like I've been noticing 50 for a couple of years now, and yes, he is very controversial. He's always going at people. Now, I often, think, is this for publicity? Because he has his own show, Power. And I'm saying, is he trying to keep himself in the limelight, clout chasing and stuff over Power? To keep his series, hit series, Power, relevant and keep it going. So I don't know. 50 has been making some big moves, but one thing I could say is like he had no right, really, in my opinion, to go at Oprah saying that she does not like black men, when I've never seen 50 do anything for anyone else besides himself and his family. I've never seen him give back anything, to our black community, whereas Oprah have. But 50 Cent's problem with Taraji P. Henson began years ago. In 2014, 50 Cent claimed that Empire ripped off Power. 50 Cent claims that Taraji P. Henson's Empire ripped off Power, which he executive produces. Empire focuses on a former drug dealer who tries to carve out a space for himself in the music world. And Power centers on a drug dealer who opens a club in hopes of one day going legit. The next year, 50 Cent accused Empire of copying the promotional rollout of Power. So he also accused Taraji and Empire of copying his promotional rollout of Power. Their show The artwork was very similar. They used power in the tagline. They didn't have to do that, he said on a panel at the Television Critics Association via the Wrap. Henson did not immediately speak out against his remarks, but when asked about her feelings on the criticism, Henson wrote on Twitter, "I pay attention to dollars, not cents." Henson said, "I pay attention to dollars, not cents." Uh, the Hustle and Flow actress later insisted that there were no hard feelings, telling the Wrap. 50 Cent is a comedian. He loves to push buttons. He's a funny guy. I never took offense to it. But she would eventually grow tired of his remarks about her show. Taraji P. Henson calls out 50 Cent in early July. I'm sorry, correction, early January. Henson appeared on Ti's podcast where she talked about 50's unrelenting criticism of Empire, which is in its sixth and final season. She stressed that the shows are totally different and criticized 50 for tearing down a fellow person of color. Do we agree or not? Does 50 always seem like he's tearing down people of color, especially black women of color? So, I think I would have to agree with Taraji on that he does appear to always be tearing down other people of color, especially other black women of color. Our show has nothing to do with his show, she said. We're talking two different subject matters. And then again, 50, do you know what the F I had to do to get here? Why tear down another black person? For competition? There are million other shows you can compete with. To do that publicly, it's embarrassing. And once again, she addressed that on Ti's podcast. 50 responded to Taraji P. Henson. After catching wind of Henson's comments, 50 took to Instagram to respond. He offered a sincere apology that turned out to be really shady. This is my sincere apology. I did not mean to hurt your feelings in any way. I love your work and I think you are amazing. He started adding, I'm sorry no one is watching your show anymore. Is that an apology? I'm sorry no one is watching your show anymore. I have met with top executives at Fox and sold them the Notorious Cop. It's the show that is replacing yours, but I really want to work with you. So he's saying that he sold them the Notorious Cop show, which allegedly is replacing Empire. I mean, you're awesome. We will work well together, he continued. But if you do not like the idea, I understand. If you don't roll with me, you're going to get rolled the F over. So that sounds like intimidation, and it sounds like he's trying to force Taraji P. Henson to work with him. And I've seen this happen many a times. It's not right at all. It's not right at all. He's applying a lot of pressure, and he's belittling her show and things of that nature, and trying to put, it's called, in a sense, it's like same thing they do here on YouTube. Same thing, they try to put another another producer, another content creator down in order to try to make themselves look big. And then in turn, he wants to be in control of Taraji P. Henson. He continued his attack by posting a photo of Henson with her former Empire co-host, Jussie Smollett. I didn't destroy your show, it destroyed itself, he captured. The image referencing the fallout from Smollett's 2019 scandal in which he was accused of faking a hate crime. Ain't that shady? Ain't that shady? He went on to share a photo of Henson falling to her death. Isn't that shady? Now, how you going to do that? He released a photo of how you going to act like you're apologizing and then, be all shady, even up to and including allegedly insinuating the death of Taraji P. Henson. It's a recreation of a scene from Power. in which the main character Ghost gets shot and falls over a balcony. It's his latest post about Henson. So 50 Cent is out here being real shady to Taraji P. Henson, as well as, like for the past couple of years, he's been real shady and he's being accused of going at other, black people and especially black women of color. As of writing, Henson has not responded to the post, but we have a feeling it's only a matter of time before she does. So, that's in the news, and I just want to bring that to y'all real quickly. The beef between Taraji P. Henson and 50 Cent, and how 50 Cent right now is shading Taraji P. Henson, and at the same time, he's trying to and intimidate her and force her into working with him so that he can be in control. So, that's quick news that you can use for today. I'll probably be back on with some more. And until later, we're gonna go out with our song and peace, love, and light. See you next time. Love to the family.